Salt and pepper, peanut butter and jelly, Batman and Robin, some things just kind of, go together. A local pairing on Election Day tends to be 2C elections and long lines. So as Canyon County voters are planning for what snacks they might want to take along with them to stand in line next Tuesday, well, keep this in mind. You may not need them. There's a new plan of action for Canyon County elections. Joe Paris tells us how they hope to shorten the election wait time.
Long lines on Election Day, they can happen. The good news is that people are voting. The not so good, it's the waiting. Canyon County has worked to make a major change to prevent lines like these coming up on November 7th.
Yeah, for sure. We were able to secure 37 polling locations for this election out of 44 precincts.
Joe Decker is a spokesperson for the 2C. He says that the move to 37 polling locations is certainly a change this election season.
I think a lot of people remember to maybe the November election during the pandemic when we only had 13 polling places open. So go to 13 to 37 is a significant increase. And then I had our elections office pull some numbers, and in May of last year we had 21. November of last year we had 27, so we're up even 10 over last year's November election.
What was, I guess, the catalyst to creating 37 polling locations? Was it community feedback?
Well, we're always looking to expand polling locations, and I think this year we just had more bites than we usually have had. And we've got a better relationship through one of our commissioners, worked with some of the school districts that allowed us back in. In the past, they didn't really like us there, but they've decided to allow us back in, so that really helps. I think the Hispanic Cultural Center was one of them that we were able to secure. We're also having early voting there. So yeah, I mean, I think just a better reception from the community and more work on our elections office.
Another thing that needs to increase, poll workers. And the scale of it all, it translates to other changes too.
We're hoping to have about 380. We have close to 300. So we're pretty staffed up. The one thing that the lack of poll numbers is going to stop this year is we're not going to have curbside voting at all our polling locations, where in the past we did have curbside voting at all our polling locations. But on the other hand, all 37 of our polling locations are ADA compliant. And sometimes that hasn't always been the case, which was part of the reason we offered that curbside vote.
I know the big question will be, does the county expect this to, translate to shorter lines on Election Day?
Well, we certainly hope so. We've had, the 2 weeks early voting that we've really been pushing. Same with absentees. So the more people that vote early, the more absentees we get, the more lines, or the smaller the lines will be. But yeah, with 37 over 27, I mean, there's almost essentially one polling location per precinct. So it should hopefully cut down on the long line.
So with a lot more polling locations, there's always the chance that your traditional polling location or a spot that you voted in the past, it could have changed. So to combat that, if you're curious, you can go on to the Canyon County election site. And if you go through here, you'll actually be able to go through where your voting location is and what's on your ballot, similar to our friends in Ada County. You can take a look here. Let's just pretend I live on Main Street, Caldwell. That's what I put in. It tells me right away, okay, my polling location's the O'Connor Fieldhouse. And also on the website, again, you can take a look at some of the sample ballots, some of the things that are expected to be the big issues that are here. So, Brian, it's a change that we'll be taking a look at on election night. I know our team always follows the lines, and it'll be interesting to see if this makes a difference.
All right. Thank you very much, Joe. We'll keep tabs on that going into next week.